Hello and welcome to this review of Seagram's Extra Smooth Vodka. I do vodka reviews really in the context of my mix-up videos where I take up all sugar, pure sugar, soda pop or lemonade and stuff like that and mix it with vodka brands. I had been seeing this for years, but makes sense because it was introduced in 2004. Seagram's Extra Smooth Vodka. Now the Seagram's company goes back to 1857, like it says here, 1857. They used to sell an imported vodka, Seagram's imported vodka. I don't know where it was imported from. But this was introduced in 2004, according to trademark data. Integrity, tradition, and craftsmanship. It says it is bottled by Seagram Vodka Company, Lawrenceburg, Indiana, distilled from grain. If you look on the website, they show photos of wheat. So they're saying grain, but they keep showing wheat from Indiana, Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. All right. So they say they pick, of course, the best grain. They say it undergoes what they call batch fermentation for 2 to 3 days, and then they add yeast, and then they column distill it. Let's see, what did they say? One time, then after the second time, they do it 5 times, but they said there's a first step, the second distillation for, it's on the website, you'll see the link below, and then there's 3, 4, and 5. They say to make it perfect, of course. So it's produced in Indiana. They say that on the website. It's produced at the distillery in Indiana, and it's grain from wheat from 3 different states: Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. It has won gold medals. Been years ago though that it won like double gold at San Francisco World Spirits Competition. It's very common at Walmart. You can get a full-size bottle of this at Walmart for $9.99 last time I checked. It's got this interesting basket weave design, and this goes back to the 1930s when they came out with Seagram's Ancient Bottled Gin. Ancient Bottled Gin looked like a basket weave bottle, and it wasn't long after that then another company came out with Ancient Age Bourbon with the same type of Old English lettering. All right, so if you get on the website, they're all talking about American-made, red, white, and blue patriotism. They're showing that here, so yeah, that's the story. There's a lot of different flavored Seagram's vodkas. If you look, there's a 100 proof version in a gray bottle, which I've not seen. Most companies make a 100 proof vodka, I just haven't seen it. There's the watermelon, Seagram's pineapple, Seagram's apple. I mean, there's so many. They're all from the same place. Seagram's Gin has the Gin and Juice series. Seagram's London Dry or Extra Dry Gin, and then the Distiller's Reserve Gin. But that's a different area. All right, now dealing with gin right now. Okay, so I've never had this in my life. I've got it at room temperature, no freezer or anything. All right. So this is extremely inexpensive. 200 milliliters for 99 cents. So 200 times 3 would be 600 milliliters, right? So that would be $2.97. $2.97 for 600 milliliters. So this comes out to be very, very cheap for a full-size bottle. So would you typically find this 200 milliliter bottle for 99 cents? No, you would not, but I found this at Savannah Discount, so I had to buy this and some of the other flavors, and I'm going to try them out. All right, so I was surprised that this has been on the market over 20 years. Well, exactly 20 years at the time of this recording. And there's very few video reviews for it. There's some going back 15 years, but just a handful of video reviews. So the written reviews, Total Wine gives it a 94. The people writing reviews on Total Wine, they say 94, most excellent. Distiller.com, there's a few reviews there, they're giving it a C, like, it's okay. They're not saying it's good. 70, C minus actually. All right. All right. Windy, sorry for the wind. Here we go. A wheat vodka. Now Sazerac, if you get there, it's like, now there's Wheatley from Sazerac, which is wheat vodka, but then there's Taka and all of them, they're like yellow corn grits vodka. Eastern Europe, you get potato vodka from France. There's the Syrah, which is a grape vodka, believe it or not. And then I've got a bottle of Vodovska from Mexico, which is sugarcane vodka, of all things, which is very similar to rum in what I'm tasting, but it's not the same. Okay, so the appearance clear as a bell. The aroma, there is an aroma. I know vodka is supposed to have no smell, but, well, anyway, this has a smell. An aroma. A lot of grain alcohol. Is the aroma bready like a white wheat bread? Like you see that at the store, white wheat bread. It is like that, actually. Or almost like cream of wheat. It's pleasant. Nothing off-putting. Let's go with the taste. Cheers. 80 proof? You say, no, I gotta have 100 proof. You can go to most grocery stores, find 100 proof vodka. But in Louisiana, grocery stores are our liquor stores, because they're allowed to sell liquor at the grocery store, so we don't really have liquor stores. But I mean, we do, but they're rare. But most of them will sell 100 proof vodka, you see. But typically, most of the vodkas I see around here are 80 proof. They're 80 proof. I mean, it's neutral, but it's not completely so. There's that breadiness. The breadiness, almost like you get with a wheated bourbon, but minus all the corn and stuff. But you know, just like that breadiness. Bread. White bread, of course. Luckily, it's dry, no sweetness. It's very, very dry, crisp, if you want to call it that. Is this designed for sip and neat at room temperature? Certainly it is not. Although they don't really give any recommendations or drinking it. They give a lot of ideas on the website for cocktails. Like endless ideas. It's owned by a company now called Infinium Spirits. Family-owned company, actually. Underwood family. But the parent company is called Young's Distilling, but they bought out the Young people. But so if you go to Indiana, there's a huge distillery which pumps out liquor all day long, every day of the week, 365 days a year. But the smokestacks and a lot of the buildings still have Seagrams painted on the smokestack buildings. So this is Seagrams, and it's from a distillery that's got Seagrams on the smokestack. All right. In the United States, you'll also find, like I said, the Seagrams gin for those gin lovers. There's the Seagrams 7 Crown American Blended Whiskey for the whiskey fans, very common. For those who like Canadian blended whiskey, you can get Seagrams VO, very, well, no one knows what VO stands for. Some people think it stands for very old or very own, but the family never did say why. You can, if you want to spend a little more, you can certainly track down Seagram's VO Gold, which is the 8-year aged version of Seagram's VO. Recently, I've noticed Seagram's VO Black Canadian whiskey, the black 90 proof, black label. There's Seagram's VO Apple, which I'm not in either. Then you can get from New York Seagram's Escapes and Seagram's Escape Spikes, spiked, which are flavored malt beverages, beers, basically flavored beers, which are interesting. There's Seagram's ginger ale, handled by the Coca-Cola company, very common, as you would. Now, how would Seagram's ginger ale pair with this? I'm sure they would be. It's definitely kissing cousins. They would probably go together very well. Oh well. Last sip, and I'll give it a score. Yeah, I think it's a really good one. It's probably why it's in the top 10 American selling vodkas. Is it as good as Tito's or Sky or Grey Goose? Well, I don't know. I never had those. I never had it. All right, it's really fine. Is it better than? It's better than Taka, because you know Taka has some little rough cut features to it. Now Taka is very popular in Louisiana, and that'll run about $7.99. Save $2 on it. So it's got a little choppiness to it. This one's just like a smooth incline. Yes. Okay, so Les Bon Temps Relais, I'm going to go with a 93 out of 100, 9.3 out of 10, a most excellent American, like they say, what's it called? Smooth vodka. Extra smooth, there's no doubt about that. Vodka, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Lawrenceburg, Indiana, and take a distillery tour.